Welcome, all you animation lovers, to another episode of Talking 2D. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and I'm back with my co-host.
Iron giblets.
Yes, and we're here to talk about all things animation that we saw within the previous week. First up, as per usual, is the manga of One Piece. That's chapter 1013, titled Anarchy in the BM.
In the BM.
I swear to God, everybody laughs at it, and it's just like for obvious reasons. But apparently, it's like based off of an old, I think it was Johnny Rotten song, "Air Anarchy in the UK," and I'm just like, I get it with Kid and all that good stuff, but at the same time, it shows how little Oda knows of the English language.
Makes me laugh, so that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Excuse me. All right. Where do you want to start on this one?
Oof. I mean, there's a lot to unpack. I mean, let's just get a lot of the stuff with Big Mom out of the way since her name is in the title.
Yeah. I
So,
uh I love I'm gonna say it right now. I love that she did a combined attack with all three of the homies she keeps on hand, and it's called Maser Cannon. I fucking love that.
I'm still trying to figure out what that is a reference to because I feel like that's a
Godzilla,
ref.
my guy.
Oh, that's what it was.
Hey,
God
Godzilla.
damn it! I'm like, I know that name. What do I know that name from?
You didn't see it in like the translator's note?
Depending on which version you read, you don't see that.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, I went to Manga Freak, but then again, I remembered that Maser Cannon was from Godzilla. I was kind of disappointed Mecha Godzilla didn't have that in the new movie. Spoilers.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody called it
Okay.
on that one anyway, so no worries.
Fucking Mecha Truckosaurus. I'm sorry, that shit looks like Mecha. But we're not talking about Godzilla. We're talking about One Piece. I love Big Mom's fucking combo attack, the Maser Cannon, because it one shot the shit out of Ulti.
Yeah, that
If
that was a savage attack too. Like holy fuck.
Yeah, no, don't beat up small children. Like when you beat up small children, people are gonna beat you up much, much fucking worse.
Oh man, like goddamn, like I good on her for standing up to us for a small child, but at the same time, it's just like, damn, bitch, she didn't have to tear a new one.
She did. Hell, even Nami tore her equivalent of a new one.
Well, tried to at least.
Yeah, I can't remember if Zeus actually died in this chapter.
It's kind of ambiguous considering the fact that Hera straight up ate him, and also not in the sexy way, but like full on consume the
Same time,
motherfucker.
Nami like released a bunch of black balls around that same time for Zeus, so it's just like, yeah, yeah.
Which is the argument a lot of people have. It's just like, well, she also released a whole bunch of her black balls, and it's just like, if Zeus could at least consume a few of them, it'd probably be okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like he might have gotten to nom on a few before Hera decided to nom on him,
Kinky.
right? Also, I love that Prometheus asked Big Mom to make him a girlfriend and she basically rejected him. Oh, that shit was fucking priceless.
Oh man, like tried
Oh,
to
that didn't
simp like a motherfucker, and it didn't even work out.
God, the story of my life.
Oh man.
But man, when Kid came in, actually fucking like landed a solid hit on Big Mom. It's just like, bro,
Like,
bro.
absolutely buried her head right into the floor.
Like, bro, you really should have been focusing on her when you were up on the roof, not Kaido. You really should have been focusing on Big Mom. You kidding me? Are you kidding me, kid?
Oh, look, Big Mom was the last thing he wanted to focus on. It literally took her just being an annoying bitch for him to actually decide, you know what? She's the bigger problem here.
Yeah. I mean, especially when she revealed that, especially when she electrocuted him with Zeus, it's just like, oh, she's got like the one natural counter to my ability. I should do something about that.
And let's be real, she was going in on everybody. Like, the massive AoE attack that just completely decimated everyone except Luffy. It's just like, yeah, you know what? We might need to, like, rethink a lot of this.
All right, like everyone's just picking the really just the worst time to just rethink their strategies. Like, y'all, we should have gone in with a game plan. We just kind of all came up here and said, "I bet, let's go."
I mean, you say that like that wouldn't be expected with the group of characters you had. This was not a let's team up and take them on. This was a let's. Well, I'm going up there to kick Kaido's ass.
It
Like
was a dick.
that's
It was a dick
essentially the
measuring
vendetta
contest.
they had.
It was a dick measuring contest. Let's be real. Like the best example is when Big Mom does that fire attack, and Luffy just proposes, "All right, first person to touch that is a scrub." It's like, man, we ain't doing that bullshit. All right, you guys are the scrubs then. And Law and Kid were too proud to not take the challenge,
Mm-mm.
resulting in the absolute best three panels ever. I
Right.
I need those. I need those panels like framed on a wall somewhere in my home. I just need that for a bit of levity. It's just like, oh, my three stupid captains. Y'all are fucking dumb.
Next generation, right here, everyone. So, what say you? Is Ulti dead?
Not dead, but close.
Like, we've seen people survive worse.
Yeah, we have. I mean, like, unless we are seeing her like outright impaled or you know just burned to like a crisp, like a blackened crisp, not like she's got like some scorch marks on her, but she's still like she looks like Ulti. No. If it's not that, then she's probably alive.
Uh, well, when it comes to Kid at least taking on Big Mom, even if he doesn't do the best against her, we know that Law was headed in that way too. So, at the very least, I'm hoping that Law's superior intellect keeps Kid from getting himself killed.
It may keep him from getting him killed, but it's not going to keep him from getting his ass beat.
Oh no, I didn't say that. I didn't
True.
say that. Like, there is definitely an ass whooping in that boy's future, as per usual. I'm just saying, like, we don't need him dying just yet. He still has purpose.
Yeah, he's useful, somewhat. I mean, I am honestly really enjoying his metal creations when he gets enough like metal together. I mean, I don't want to make the dead obvious joke, but at the same time, that shit looks metal as fuck.
I mean, it's a form of creativity that we sometimes don't always get to see, so I'm just like, hey, I'm here for it. Do more of
Right?
this.
Seriously. I love seeing was it this week's was it this chapter or the last one where it shows Kid making that metal bird?
It was the cover page for last chapter.
Yeah, I like seeing that because it's just like, Kid, you actually have something here and you're really good. Stop being an angry pissy little bitch and just make cool metal shit.
Nah, he's too busy being punk rock, man.
And punk rock to the point where he loses an arm.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you fuck with Shanks. You don't fuck with the end boss kind of character like that.
You right. You are right.
Like, you ain't on that level, bitch. Get back in your place.
It's funny. Shanks is clearly the end level boss, but he doesn't even look like it. He just kind of looks like he just kind of looks like a guy, you know, like whatever. Like I think that's the best thing about it because like he's so unassuming. But you know, when you think about the four emperors, I could believe Blackbeard is final boss material. I could even believe Kaido is final boss material. Shanks is kind of just like I wouldn't even expect this man to be a boss. Shanks is like the secret boss who just kind of like, you know, you find him and then he's like, hey, what's up? He seems kind of cool, but then he's just like, hey, you want to fight? What? Let's fight. Okay. And then he beats your ass repeatedly because he's that fucking strong.
Well, it kind of bleeds into something I've always thought about is like, everybody wants to be like, oh man, if Shanks was so powerful, how did he let himself get friggin' have his arm bitten off by the Lord of the Coast? And I'm just like, dude, you don't know how powerful Shanks was back then. He only just became an emperor like a few years ago. So, for all you know, within the span of how old was Luffy when they first met? Like, 6, 7? So, within the span of 10 years. 10 years. Like, you don't know what the fuck happened to Shanks in 10 years.
Yeah, that's very true. But Shanks has clearly shown that 2 arms are for pussies.
Well, I love the fact that Mihawk is just like, well, you're no longer a proper rival because of what happened. And it's just like he makes it seem like it wouldn't be fair if they clashed like they used to, and it's just like, bruh, how much more powerful would he have been with 2 arms if you're putting him on that much of a pedestal?
Right? Damn, I never thought of it like that. Then again, it is kind of hard to gauge Mihawk's. Just a little hard because we don't see as much of him either. Like we've definitely seen more of Mihawk than we have of Shanks or even Dragon, but we're not going to get into Dragon. And you know, we still don't know like the full extent of his powers because he didn't like actively challenge anybody in Marineford. He was just kind of there, you know. The only person he actively went after was Luffy, and then Buggy when he got in the way. But oh my god, there was I can't remember where this is from, but it's just like Buggy to Mihawk is that one annoying character who you just cannot do anything about because he's your natural counter.
Yeah, it's just like, how do you cut the person whose literal ability is to cut into several pieces? Just like, this is weird. How does this work?
What I did like about it is that he literally cut Buggy to ribbons and he just reformed.
Freaking Julianne his ass, and it's just like, oh, nope, that's more of an inconvenience to Buggy than anything else.
Yeah, but I did like that it showed the extent of how much he can separate.
Right. And at the same time, it's just like, all Mihawk really had to do was just punch him in the dick, and Buggy would be down. That's all he really has to do.
Yeah. Even Luffy figured that out first time they fought.
I feel like the only thing was that Mihawk's just like, you know, it's been a long time since I've actually had to think about anything aside from cutting something or someone. So, good on you, sir. You've actually made me have to think about what I'm doing.
Yeah, Mihawk took like the complete opposite approach to Eneru.
Just thinking outside the box.
Yeah, because I mean, just recently found out Eneru's birthday is May 6th, the day after Luffy's. I'm just like, bruh. The man's a Taurus. He's a creature of habit. Of
Mm.
course, he's just suddenly distressed when he finds out his go-to method doesn't work anymore.
It's like
Like, oh
slight
shit, not
inconvenience.
like this is something new? Ah, fuck, man. What the fuck?
How dare you inconvenience me like this, you bastard!
You're immune to everything I do? How dare?
Oh, here I go stabbing again.
Anything else in the chapter apart from like the end page, which I don't want to get into until like we've covered everything else?
Let's be real, we covered pretty much everything.
So wait. Sanji running Zoro downstairs to where the doctors are was last week.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because we didn't get a chance to talk about it last week. So like well, not only did we not get a chance to talk about it, but like I read the chapter. I read both chapters once exactly, and kind of like half remember them just because like I remember the important stuff more than anything. But yeah, so it seems that Kaido has gained the upper hand and possibly the victory, throwing Luffy off the top of Onigashima.
Full on pulled a Scar. Long live the king.
Yeah, difference is this Mufasa's coming back.
The question is, how?
I'm gonna assume Momonosuke.
Hmm.
That's my first assumption. Mm, I
It's a
mean, for all
possibility.
yeah, I mean, for all we know, Luffy could land in what's left of Leftovers Town, find out that the people are well, they're alive.
And
I was gonna say okay, but then I thought they might not be okay. They'll be alive probably, but not okay.
that would imply that they are very much already over the capital, and that shit's about to drop any second now.
True. I mean, it would definitely up the stakes.
Well, it would immediately bring to question, if you defeat Kaido now, then this thing immediately drops on top of all these innocent people, killing them all. So, what do you do then?
I feel like that's gonna be Momonosuke's moment too. Like if like it's either gonna be he'll save Luffy by, learning how to consciously tap into the whole cloud thing, and then go on to do the same thing with Onigashima, or it'll just be with Onigashima. That's the way I'm gonna predict it.
It's a possibility. See, my thought is that some way, shape, or form Yamato's gonna come in and do something. I think they're still over the water, and Yamato's got some weird trick he still has up his sleeve, because it's just like we've seen a partial transformation out of Yamato that we still have no clue what the fuck that was about. And I'm
We
feeling
see the
like,
facts.
yeah. So I'm thinking like maybe we'll finally see something come of that.
Or I mean, yeah, we like, yeah. We might actually see something come of that, but I mean, I'm sure that it was going to happen eventually anyway. So maybe next chapter will be the moment where we finally get to see it.
Yeah, because Yamato was already heading in Luffy's direction, so we had that set up, and I'm just like, man, suddenly, you know, Yamato heading that way makes at least a little bit more sense, because it went from, man, Luffy's kind of got this. He'll actually be able to defeat Kaido. Yamato's just like, oh, wait, Luffy's taking out Kaido one-on-one? I gotta get up there quickly. I'm like, but he protagonist, what you doing? And then I'm like, this chapter, ooh, protagonist not looking too good.
Yamato, you trying to do something? Cause we could use he is most decidedly vertical.
Like, this would be a good time to find out you can fly.
Yeah, tell me about it. Hmm. Either that or have some kind of like. I was actually thinking about this the other day. Oda does not give any characters telekinesis. Like, if they do, it's always like kind of more centered around their power. Like a kid, it looks like he has telekinesis, but it's just his magnetism.
Yep.
And in the case of Law, it's just like he can do pretty much anything, but he has to create a space in which he can do it. But no one just off rip has just straight up telekinesis. So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Kind of like when we first encountered Shiki, and it's just like that ability to just cause all those things to float. Very reminiscent of telekinesis, but at the same time, not telekinesis.
It's more like he's just controlling the gravity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool. I would love to see Yamato be a mythical beast from Japanese lore. I'm not really sure what kind, but hey, surprise me.
Well, there's this theory been going around for a good while now, and they're in. I think it's Chinese mythology, and it's a lot of Chinese mythology tends to be incorporated in a lot of Japanese mythology. The divine beast of each direction. You've seen Yu Yu Hakusho, right?
Yes, I have.
It's the situation with the four saint beasts. They're all based off of various different animals that represent different directions. I don't remember all the colors, but I know you have the tiger. It's usually like a sparrow or a phoenix or a pheasant or something like that. I don't think it's a phoenix. And then you have the black tortoise, and then the last one is the azure dragon, which is what Kaido's devil fruit is. The fish fruit model azure dragon. So a lot of thoughts is that the rival of the azure dragon is I think it was a white tiger, and the theory is that Yamato is the natural enemy of Kaido's azure dragon, the white tiger.
I have heard this theory, and I'd be cool with it. My question is, what what abilities does this white tiger have exactly?
Well, see, that's the funny thing about the whole mythology of the Azure Dragon is like the abilities that the Azure Dragon has. Kaido has that and more than just that, so at this point, it could have whatever the fuck Oda chooses.
True. Maybe Yamato teaches Momonosuke how to walk on clouds because he can do it too.
Entirely possible. Yeah, let's see. The Azure Dragon of the East, the Vermilion Bird of the South, the White Tiger of the West, and the Black Tortoise of the North.
Pretty cool, actually. See, now I want to see somebody who with the black tortoise devil fruit, and someone with the red bird devil fruit, but uh, you know, maybe they're on. You know what? We'll see it if we see it.
Yeah, it's hard to say at this point because Oda hasn't really been leaning too heavily into it, but at the same time, we've only just recently kind of gotten the whole thing with Kaido, so you never know. There's still plenty of time in One Piece to introduce these other three aspects of the four symbols.
Hey, he's introduced a lot of mythical creatures, like with the phoenix, Marco's fruit. I don't remember this woman's name, but the one who turns into the kitsune.
Oh, Katarina Devon.
Katarina Devon, that's it. Okay, yeah. Her nine-tailed fox devil fruit, like, yo, she turned into a nine-tailed fox that can transform?
Yeah,
Oh, shit! That's kind of broken.
yeah, pulling out some Naruto shit, like, goddamn.
And you know what? Speaking of Naruto, I I said, I really want to see Raizo and Fukurokuju, just duke it out because that shit's gonna be lit.
Yeah, like Ninja Battle, like it's obvious Oda's been wanting to do something like this ever since Naruto ended. So, like just finding out what he can do, like seeing Raizo go all out because the one time we really have seen Raizo do like an incredible attack was in the battle against Kaido and it was just like, "Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's actually pretty badass."
Was so goddamn cool. That was the coolest shit I had ever seen, especially from Raizo.
Like full on absorbs the attack, redirects it, and sends it back out. Like, god damn.
Didn't he also wrap a scroll around him too?
Yeah, it was how he sent the attack back out. It's like he took the scroll out, enlarged it, absorbed the attack, wrapped it around Kaido, and sent it back on him. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, is that a devil fruit or is that just some ninja shit?
That is an excellent question because they did say Raizo had a devil fruit, didn't they?
It's never been specified.
Yeah, but like he does have a devil fruit power, right?
It has not been specified.
Oh, never mind then. The thing is, like a lot of characters that we've seen so far in Wano, they do have devil fruit powers. It's just we don't know what they're called, and they just refer to it to ninjutsu because they don't know about it.
Yeah. See, that's the funny thing, though. It's just like everything we've ever seen from uh, Raizo. I mean, the technique was called the scroll technique, the Maki Maki no Jutsu. But at the same time, it's just like we've never seen Raizo do anything like that before. Which brings forward the question, it's just like, with a lot of people who have Devil Fruit abilities, we normally at least see them more often than not. And, like, everything about Raizo just does not lean into him having a Devil Fruit.
Yeah, it's a little hard. It's really hard to say at this point.